Alright, welcome to my channel. This is Lock Truck. What I wanted to talk about today is this padlock I got from Jack Fox. Best I can read it is a H. Chanteloup padlock. I had set this to the side mainly because of the keyway for a little bit. I knew that would be difficult to make a tensioner for. Because it's offset and everything, unless I had some type of blank that would fit it, and I don't have a blank or anything that fit it. So I've been making some other, you see from my last couple of videos, I've been working on some other lever locks, making some tensioners. So I figured while I was at it, I would try to make a tensioner for this lock. Well, so I started examining the keyway, and see if I can get it to show on camera maybe. But if you look down there in the bottom, there's a little ring around this acting as a piece of warding. That should have been a clue, but it didn't dawn on me at the time. So I found some tubing that would slip over the little bolt there, stump. And once I found the tubing that would fit it, I then got a piece of metal, silver soldered it on, and cut a notch in it to fit around that warding. So when I did that, I got it, and I ended up with the end of the tube looking like this. So as you can see, got the piece silver soldered on. It's to the offset to the side, and I put the notch in there. I did trim it down both dimensions, so when it was stuck into the keyway, it was able to turn. So when I turned it, I just turned, make sure it would sweep around, but I didn't go any further. So then I brought it, because I didn't want to cut too much off till I knew where what I thought would be the bolt would be. So I would know where the bolt and where the levers were. So I come back up here, grabbed a couple pick wires that would fit, and started kind of sweeping around in here, just basically trying to figure out, all right, where were the levers, how many levers, and everything, and, basically get a feel for where everything was so I would know how much of that to cut off. Well, I couldn't find anything for a while until I kept going around, and about the 12 to 1 o'clock position I started hitting something. I said, that's an odd place for a lever. Well, it dawned on me, and it should have dawned on me when I saw the warding down there, that this isn't a lever lock. This is a warded lock. So I said, well, if it's a warded lock, maybe the tensioner I made, I could put something on it, maybe some kind of clay or something, put it in there, and put it in there and turn it and get an impression of the warding. So I stuck it in here and turned it, and when I did, it unlocked. So the only warding I could tell was that little warding right there that you could see from the keyway. So I had ended up, instead of making a tensioner, I had made a key. So I made the key, so the key does work. I didn't really have to, besides that one little piece that I could see down there, there was no really extra keying besides making that. So, but in the spirit of lock picking, you need to try to pick it. And this is a very strong spring on the bolt. It's very strong. So I've only been able to get it with one pick wire, and it happened to be for something else. It wasn't really for it wasn't a pick wire, it was more of a tensioning wire that had made for another lock. So the only time I've been able to get it, if I can do it now, of course on camera, is a little tough, because try to get it up here where you can see it, if I can get it done. There it goes. So So that's okay. So it is technically been picked, and I guess you could call it almost impressioned. So the lesson is, don't assume just because it looks like something that it is. Do some further investigations, and I would have known I was making a key and not a tensioner, and I would have made sure I wasn't trimming too much off. But anyway, so lesson learned. Now I have this nice interesting brass lock with a working key. So, all right, thanks for watching.